Hi, Thokoza. Welcome to Magriza Made Me Cook, a Kamau principal Mahlau. So in 2022, I had a glimpse to go document Lozi culture in an area that's known as Matetsi, which falls between Wange and Victoria Falls. So documenting the culture's cuisine was an eye-opening experience for me. So when the documentary was published, it got a lot of traction, and people were asking me about the fascinating Lozi language. So fast forward in 2024, I had also an opportunity to go document Sotho culture within the lens of the ZCC Church in Gwanda. Interestingly, both languages share similarities.
Culinary batu batileka bakuswa kwa kakwa kwanya mendlovu batayana swana neli mutu ni munyana hae nikazera wabona neni
mango majajiri ne go epea buswago mabele kamata zengwe nyauti ria epea nyauti arina richitei ra kigona buswago amasiyoni gore masiyoni ke ona ari da buswa gore re khwathe ba masiyoni a dula lwala ka lebaka la gore ba da dijo ja tshito.
Today, I want to show you the beauty of these two cultures' food. Have you ever had a taste of Lozi and Sotho food? Looking at the language structures, the two languages are undoubtedly similar. This Lozi also falls within the Setswana, Sepedi, and Sesotho language structures. If two or more cultures' languages are similar, it's highly likely that the cuisine, the food systems, the food patterns are also identical. Let's take a look at three fascinating cultures here in Zimbabwe. We've got the Kalanga, the Karanga, and the Nambia. The languages are identical, and so is their food.
Vana vaya vanokuthakazelela koko kuti kwakuti ndawotate vavo ndaivo vanotama chinhu chakanaka kuna ivo.
Saka izvi zvatiri kuita pano ndo chaizvo zvinoitika pamunhu anenge ane chikaranga achinzi ane chikaranga tinozviita pachena touya toungana takasangana marudzi ose zvoitwa pachena vanhu vose vachiona kwete zvichihwande zvomwe munhu ane chikaranga
zongozo mushango michero yatinonda tiriya tindati kwenda tiyembera zvabesana veng'ombe mushango takaembera so isu takaembera siviri takakuvuka tiyembera kusha chikafu chatinodya kasakasa zvereto soti busebo kana kutanga kunevhura chatotanga kurya tubonda.
The same can be applied to Zulu, Ndebele, Xhosa, and Swati. The cuisine shares many similarities. Okay, let's start with Lozi culture. The culture's iconic dishes include buhobe and litapi. So litapi is fish, and where we shot by Matetsi, why it's a stable dish is the close proximity to the Zambezi River. So the cooking method of both dishes shows a simple yet elegant procedure that utilizes the concept of minimalism. So the Lozi people also have a wide array of meat sources that include likomo, which is beef. We've got liputi, which is goat meat. So the texture and taste of these meats showcase a remarkable aspect of Lozi cuisine. I had a taste of the chicken, and I was just impressed by its natural flavor. But what drew me is I'm just a big fan of minimalism, of simplicity in the cooking process, and how my guest did that, or the homestead that we were staying at, it just embodied the concept of minimalism. For grains, the Lozi people utilize sorghum as a primary source, with pearl millet coming in second, followed by maize. Pearl millet in isiLozi is known as mauza and is used to cook buhobe and also acts as chicken feed. So on the vegetable side, the Lozi people have different types of vegetables, which falls under the umbrella term muloho. Just look at how identical that term is to the Setswana or the Sotho when they say muroho, which is a term that's used across Southern Africa. So the Lozi people also utilize groundnuts and peanuts to create beautiful dishes such as mundalangwe, lunembwe, and ndongo. There is also my favorite, sweet potatoes, known as ngulu, and potatoes known as makwili. Just look at the term magwili and how we use it in isiNdebele. Nxa sithi amagwili. The Lozi people also utilize fresh milk, which is known as muzilili in their dishes. Okay, so when we published that documentary, I was so happy with the traction, especially on TikTok, on the video, and so many people saying, especially people who understood or who spoke Sotho or Setswana. And like, no, we can actually hear what this gentleman is saying. So I was happy with the traction there on TikTok. So if you go to TikTok, and you can also view that, it was just a short clip. Whilst you're at it, please follow us also on TikTok, and please subscribe here on YouTube, and just turn on the bell notification. Documenting the Sotho people came about unexpectedly. I had gone with my friend Umamoyo, Magriza ngochago. We had gone, her father actually had asked me to just go assist. He was shooting a music video for the church, for the ZCC church. So satisfiga tell no abantu abaningi vele bakhuluma isiSotho. And I was like, would they be willing if we just spoke about their food culture? And within the music video, it was also a church service. They were cooking where they were cooking. And I was like, would you be willing to talk about your food? And they graciously agreed. So a question that I get frequently asked, even after we published the documentary, is like, how did the Sotho people migrate to Zimbabwe? So the answer is that they came with King Mzilikazi and later with the colonizers. So a lot of people were asking, I'm a Sotho in Zimbabwe, really? And others were not really certain about that. But it shows the element of migration, of the changing of the landscapes, geographical wise. Okay, let's look at the food from a Sotho perspective. Firstly, I was fascinated by how the Sotho people prepare and love the sorghum porridge, sour porridge, which they term mutoho. So the utilization of sorghum in this dish holds so much memories for me. The porridge was my first dish that Magriza taught me how to cook. So in the area of Gwanda and endearment, some households utilize pearl millet as a source for their grains alongside maize. So this demonstrates the impact of migration and just changing of landscapes. And it's our dream, also our wish, this year or the following year, just to travel to Lesotho and to see how the Sotho people are in Lesotho, their food patterns, and just to mirror and just to compare with the Sotho people of Zimbabwe. So an interesting dish also that I loved within the Sotho culture is what's known as liqebelekwana. So if you listen carefully, you can understand where the name amaqebelengwana might have originated. Liqebekwana is a Sotho steamed bread made from maize or sorghum paste, similar to other breads like dombolo and ucheko. So this suggests how food migration patterns impacted especially in Ndebele cuisine, because it's clear, obviously we took it from the Sotho people. And if you look at indlela latest it's almost identical to how the Sotho people cook this dish. Bread known as vuroto is also an important part of the Sotho diet. So the Sotho people's cuisine also includes a variety of meat sources, but what caught my attention was mawotwana and likahare. Special memories of mawotwana. We're visiting Johannesburg. It's like street food. Also like in some places, hyper. People are selling mawotwana. Outside, you find people are selling mawotwana and likahare, which is the offals. So this beautiful culture also has a variety of other meat sources, including chicken, beef, guinea fowl, goat, and fish. Interestingly, the word for fish in Sesotho is tlapi, Tlahapi, very similar to the Lozi term. But the Sotho people also love dinawa, the leaves of cowpeas. So when you have the dried vegetable of this version, it's now known as morogo wa dinawa, identical also to what the Setswana call morogo wa dinawa. So they also consume tepe, which is amaranthus, and also pumpkin leaves. A special dish I also enjoy is what's called likobe or dikobe, a combination of beans, samp, and in some cases sorghum. This name is strikingly similar to the Ndebele term of what we call inkobe. So you can also look at the identical, how the food and also the naming is just the same. But in Ndebele culture, we utilize peanuts, maize kernels, and round nuts. This is akin to a dish known in Sotho known as nyenkou, which consists of beans, sorghum, and pumpkin. So another dish that comes to mind that I enjoy within Sotho food is what's called topi. And when you look at also the name, it's identical when you say inopi. In isiNdebele, we actually changed the whole name and we say sizabiza with isiJeza. So this is just a combination of melon with sorghum powder. But in some cases within the Sotho, and like I said, the geographical landscape, they would utilize maize or they'll utilize pearl millet. So the Tswana people add madila, which is fermented milk, to this dish. Madila is known as mafi in Sotho. On the braver side, I learned the art of making umqombothi. All the practices are similar to those in other Southern African cultures, highlighting the shared worldview regarding the preparation of this beverage. So now, if you look at these two cultures, it's easy to understand that food transcends mere sustenance. It is a cornerstone of social interaction, cultural expression, and spiritual connection. It serves as a powerful medium for conveying messages, strengthening bonds, and preserving traditions. So offering food and drink to both cultures is a fundamental aspect that embodies respect, love, and compassion to your visitor. Family meals are an integral part of daily life, providing a space for family members to connect, share their day, and strengthen familiar bonds. So beyond its nutritional value, food carries so much weight in terms of the culture, in terms of the heritage, spirituality, utilization of local ingredients. Certain foods are associated with specific occasions, ancestors, and spiritual beliefs. For instance, certain grains or meats might be reserved for rituals on special occasions, reflecting their cultural and spiritual significance. So the preparation of these dishes, both within Lozi and Sotho, also gives acknowledgement to the ancestors and the preparation methods. Some of the preparation methods are still the same. Some have developed, like we spoke about the element of migration, obviously migrating from South Africa coming to Zimbabwe, and the geographical landscape here in Zimbabwe. If you look at the Lozi people, who are predominantly found in Zambia, in Namibia, in Angola, and in Botswana, here also in Zimbabwe. I'm sure the geographical patterns of that area influences how the food is cooked, how the food is stored, and just the general agricultural practices of those places. Okay, so I would encourage you to watch those two in-depth documentaries that we did, Taste of Lozi food and a Taste of Sotho food in Zimbabwe. I'll just leave the links here of both the videos, also in the description box below. But now I just want to talk about two dishes that I would encourage you just to prepare at home, utilizing both the Lozi and the Sotho cultures. Okay, so it's two dishes. One Lozi is mundalangwe, which are pumpkin leaves. So utilizing a pumpkin. Where's my pumpkin? Oh, that pumpkin there. Then within Sotho culture, preparation of topi. Now we're utilizing a melon. So for pumpkin leaves, you take extract your pumpkin leaves. It's raining now, and I know these pumpkin leaves are just abundant. If you go to your market, also you find them. Then you cut your vegetable. Then so you take that vegetable just for 3 minutes. Then you add in your oil. You add in what we call isiNdebele, you can just take a melon, not a melon, sorry, a gourd, ikomana. If you don't have that, you can just take a potato. Add in your oil, add in fresh cream after. Fresh cream, very important. Then you serve. You can serve with buhobe. You can just have it just like that. Then on the other side, on the Sotho, topi. I love topi. You take your melon, cut your melon, remove the seeds. So remember, don't throw away the seeds. You can sun dry the seeds and you can make a batter with them. Then chop into small pieces, add into a pot, add into it'd be fire or gas stove or just electric stove, and just cook for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, take your whisker, then you add in your sorghum powder. It's advisable to add in sorghum powder. I love sorghum powder, but if you don't have sorghum powder, add in pearl millet powder or maize meal. Then cook for an extra 15 minutes. Collectively, the dish is 45 minutes. Magriza upagulule. Add in, we can just also get motivation from the Tswana people who add in madila, amas, or if you want, you can just add in ukako, muzilili to the dish. So please try those two dishes and tell me what you think about the taste, about the texture. Thank you for watching. Please, in the comment section, have you ever had a taste of Lozi and Sotho food, and what's your experience about that? And also, I think collectively it's my dream, and I'm happy with a lot of content that's being put out on the two cultures food. I see a lot of TikTok videos and a lot of Instagram reels about people talking about this, and it's very important for us to document this. And I'm happy, and it's my dream, it's our dream here in Magriza Made Me Cook, for us to travel to Lesotho, for us to travel to Zambia or Angola or Namibia, and see how the food patterns of the Lozi people in those areas are different or are similar to the Lozi people here in Zimbabwe. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell notification. Catch you on the next one. Remember, keep the love, keep the wood.